So welcome, Mansi. Welcome everybody once again to another series of webinar from our Innermost Shift coaches, and I think brilliant coaches. And today we have Mansi Gupta or Mansi Sharma, an ICF certified Innermost Shift coach, a girl who's always smiling, full of empathy, is also an assessor for emotional intelligence and has been really working with children, with women, with men to coach them and help them to be more happier. Right, Mansi? So, welcome you today. And let's hear you out. So, we'll follow the same protocol about your presentation. Will be there for about 40 minutes, whatever time we have, 30 minutes,
Sure.
right?
30 minutes. Yeah.
30 minutes. So, in between, if anybody has any kind of questions, please type them out in the chat box. And Mansi, we will take those questions in the end. Prosperity will help you to ask the questions, whatever is relevant, and then you can answer them.
All
Is that
right.
okay?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. Sure.
Okay,
Perfect.
so over to you. Thank you.
All right.
Right, bye.
Okay.
Start.
Can you, Prosperity, can you give me the co-host rights again? You will
So your
have to do it
co-host
again.
rights are
I,
on.
I
Yeah, yeah,
can't share it. Yeah.
sure, sure. And Mansi, also your volume is a little low. So if you want, you can put the mic near you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, it's fine now. So, share. So, is it visible to everyone? I hope. And I am audible also. Good enough. All right. Thank you so much. Very, very good evening to everyone. And I really want to thank each one of you, first of all, to take out the time from your busy schedule. I know during this COVID, scenario, everyone is occupied with many, many things. So I really want to thank each one of you for taking out time and attending this webinar. I'll try to keep this interactive as much as possible. Though as CD said that Q&A will be taking up after the session, so I'll just start it right now. So I am really feeling very, very excited as well as anxious both. So I just want to hear from the audience, how are they feeling today? And the participants can type in the comment box whatever their feelings are right now.
We are doing good, Marcy.
Okay, great.
Good, great.
Okay. Yeah. So it's good to hear from each one of you. And now I want the audience to identify the various pictures and the associated emotions with each one of them. And the audience can type in the comment box their answers. So what do you think the child in the first photograph is doing, and what exactly the child might be feeling in your understanding or opinion? Again, the child 2, 3, 4, and 5. All of them. Type your answers in the comment box. Yeah. So Prosperity, can you help me what answers we have got?
Prosperity, you're on mute.
I'm so sorry. The answers are not happy, energetic, surprised, supercharged, angry, confused, awful, feeling great, angry, happy, irritated, angry. I think Ashwin has written quite a bit in sequence. Powerful, shocked, scared, strange, excited. 5 is Sushil says is feel like hitting you. So 2 is angry and 3 is awe.
All right.
Response.
All right, quite interesting. And in fact, I'll just reveal the answers to you. And so the first child is feeling confident. The other is expressing his resentfulness. The third one, looks surprised, as is evident. The fourth one is feeling disgusted for some reason. And the last one is, anticipating mood. So as you can see that, we all experience various range of emotions throughout the day, and, different situations of life. So how it impacts our self-esteem is I am going to take you through in my from now onwards. So I just want to know from the audience that what do they think, that how it can impact the self-esteem, the various emotions that we actually go through in a day. How does it impact us? Today, just to share an example, today I woke up, I felt like, okay, it would have been great if it was a weekend, or then it drive me to something else, then it made me think something else, then I felt something, and then I did something else. I'm sure the audience is very, very excited, sharing their answers. Okay. So, what is self-esteem basically? Self-esteem is a person's overall evaluation or appraisal of his or her own worth. What I think about myself, and what others is my evaluation about myself is driven from within, or I am getting energy from others. Is it because what others thinks about me, or it is what my thinking for myself? It is a core belief about oneself. How do you feel? How do you behave and act? And the TFA exercise that we do, you think, feel, and act. Your thinking, what thoughts you are thinking, and what are you feeling based on what you are thinking, and again on the feeling, how are you acting up in a day? What is self-esteem basically is your own evaluation of your own worth. So, what is the basic big difference between, a person having a low self-esteem and a person having a high self-esteem? A person having a low self-esteem is, remain anxious most of the time, and even for small things, it becomes very difficult for that person to make decisions. So, the decision making is very tough for such person. The person is not able to take risk also, and starts blaming others for whatever is happening into his or her own life, or not happening is or in his or her own life. And then as a result, he or she gets into a low self confidence mode. So the whatever the person is thinking, feeling, and acting is actually, giving an insight and impression and impact into his overall personality, making the self esteem on a lower side. And the person feels doubtful, have troubled relationship, and stay confused most of the time. However, a person having a high self esteem feels happy most of the time, or remain in a happy and flow state most of the time. They believe in themselves. They are ready to take on challenges, have beautiful and good relationship with most of the people. Yeah, that are aligned with their values and choices, and are good decision makers. So because they truly weigh the pros and cons of a particular thing while making a decision. So they actually feel confident about whatever these decisions they are taking for themselves, and they are also willing to explore new things. So in case one thing does not work, they keep on doing and trying new things to achieve the results, the desired results, whatever they want to achieve. And now when we say that a person have a low self-esteem and a person having a high self-esteem, so how do we identify actually what is happening to the other person? So when we say that what are the symptoms basically? So the can the audience, I just want to know from the audience, what do you think that are the symptoms of identifying a person having a low self-esteem? They can again type in the comment box, and I would love to hear it from Prosperity.
Well, Sunil says it's an introvert. Neeraj says lack of confidence. Could you repeat the question? Somebody's asking. Can you repeat the question, please?
The question is, what are the symptoms? How do you identify a person having a low self-esteem?
Okay.
What makes you think that the person having a trouble with something and might be having an issue of low self-esteem?
Okay. Thanks for repeating the question. What is the symptoms of a person having a low self-esteem? It could be lack of confidence, low resistance, not confident, doubtful of his actions, being quiet, confused, tends to put himself or herself down, doubts everything, victim
Exactly.
behavior, not taking initiatives, blame game, lethargic, sense of withdrawal, sense of lack of confidence in own ability, avoiding eye contact whenever face-to-face conversation, depressed and fear on the face.
Okay.
That's one thing. Suicidal as well, blaming others, finding faults, look at the negative side always. So there's lots and lots that's coming.
Wonderful, wonderful. And I really want to, clap for the audience for giving so many answers from themselves. So what we see is, what are the symptoms of low self-esteem is the inability to accept compliments. You would come across certain people that, whenever you try to give them compliment, they say, okay, yaar, theek hai. इतना भी कोई हमें अच्छा नहीं लग रहा. Try to give somebody a compliment. Oh, you are looking wonderful today, and the person would come back to you and say, no, I am not looking that great. Or okay, ठीक है. They are not even able to thank in a very nice manner. So they are difficulty accepting compliments to them is also one of the signs of a person having a low self-esteem. Then whatever the negative, every person, each one of us experiencing all kind of situations in our lives. However, a person when starts to enlarge the negative circumstances of their lives, they keep on making it enlarging and so much that all the time they are thinking about only the negative things. And then they have this, what will other things, every time they want to make a decision, every time they want to do something, they are more focused on what others will think rather than thinking what is it beneficial to them or not. They are mostly driven by what others people will be thinking. So they have this tendency, or we call it as a disease also, what will other things, log kya kahenge. ऐसा भी कहा जाता है आजकल, सबसे बड़ा रोग क्या कहेंगे लोग. So it's also one of the signs of a person having low self esteem. Then the person also starts neglecting themselves. They don't care about their the habits will not be healthy. They will not be taking care of themselves. They will also like the audience says, the one of the person says that they are difficult to take initiatives from them. So they don't take initiatives, or they doubt everything that they do, or every time they are also seek opinion from others. I'll just to give you an example that many a times, or sometimes it happens that I want to buy a dress, and I take my friend along, or some of my relative or my family member along. Rather than choosing it for myself, I am more relying on the other person. what do you think will look good on me? Rather than identifying it myself, I am more relying on the other person's thought process and other person's decision making. And how I end up is, uh, okay, I'll buy that thing because the other person had said, and when I come back home and I wear the same thing, the negative feeling is still same inside me, that is keeping me constantly telling me, you're not looking good. For whatever reason, you are looking more at your imperfections, or something else, maybe, the color would not suit me or whatever. So, and then the blaming the other person starts coming into picture. Then backing down to please others also, it happens, whenever we are in a discussion, or it happens that, sometimes the discussion turns into a heated discussion or heated arguments. So the person feels submissive, or backs down. They would not fight. They would, rather than they would back down within themselves. उन्हें यह लगेगा कि अच्छा ठीक है, जो सामने वाला बोल रहा है उसकी बात मान लो and काम खत्म करो, which is not the case, because inside what the person might be feeling, rejected and dejected and failure. उसको यही उस टाइम पे लगेगा कि यार ये तो मैं नहीं कर पाया, मैं उस टाइम उसको बोल देता तो शायद ये हो जाता, उस टाइम मैं उसको ये बोल देता तो शायद ये हो जाता, मेरा डिसीजन कुछ और होता। लेकिन ये सारा थॉट प्रोसेस मेरे अंदर ही चल रहा है, उसको आई एम नॉट टेकिंग इट टू दी अदर पर्सन, एंड आई एम फीलिंग fearful, what if the person will think, maybe I might lose my job if I say this. They are again enlarging the negativity of or the negative outcomes of that discussion. And then giving up too soon, they such people also starts something, in a very very exciting manner. However, when they are not, or they fail once or twice, then they drop that goal, and then they do not try it further. They still feel that they'll be failing again, and imagining the worst, they keep on again enlarging that thing, and they say, okay, ab to mujhse ho nahi raha hai, I you just you they these person just give up, these kind of people. So, and being indecisive about simple choices, as I mentioned, that the shopping example, that and also you we all see that in our day to day lives. Sometimes, like, housewives also see this, aaj kya banana hai. Most of the time, females will be facing this, aaj kya banana hai. So small small things, the person is relying on the other. I'm not saying that wives have the lower self esteem, but the small decision, the inability to take small small decisions of day to day life is something that is, that hinders the positivity or positive self image. So the other is comparing yourself to others, or when a parents compares their child to the other child, or their the fellow students or peers or maybe relatives. उसको देख, वो कितना अच्छा पढ़ लिया, उसको देखो ये उसने ये कर लिया, और तुम देखो, तुम तो डफर के डफर ही हो, तुम्हारे बस की कुछ नहीं है. मतलब these kind of when you start seeding this into your environment, even if you are saying in a very lighter tone, but the child is grabbing all these things. We are taking it, everything that is in our environment is influencing our thoughts and feelings and actions. So constant comparing to others is also a symptom of low self-esteem. Then reluctance in trusting self, because the decision making is not coming from within. The person start doubting themselves and feels that, if uh, something wrong will happen if I take this decision. So they put themselves, or they find themselves most of the time in a dilemma, and they are not able to decide also what is to be done. So these are basically the symptoms of low self-esteem. Now we know that, self-esteem is low self-esteem is something that is not so good, and we want to increase it to. It's always like on a rating scale. If I talk about, if on a rating scale of 1 to 10, a person should be on a 7 to 8. Being on 10 would be very extreme, and again it would be having another consequences. The person might be sounding very aggressive, but having it a person having the 3 to 4, it is always ideal to move the person from to 7 to 8 at least, to make them feel confident about themselves. And so I mean, I just come up with some ways. What are the ways that, you know, when we know that, you know, these are the limitations that is holding me back from succeeding in life. So shall I continue doing this, or do I take action? Do I do something about it? Right? So we have to find ways to overcome it. What we can do basically. First, we see how does it happen. So uninvolved or negative parents. Sometimes it happens, you know, the parents, though every parent is trying to do the best for their child, however, the parents also struggle with their own, you know, they have their own struggles. So and the child comes from the school, for example, and we say, acha, okay, you had food, how was your day? And we just do the routine work, rather than, you know, getting themselves involved with the child, how his day was, what did he feel in the school, did he come across something. So they would, you know, not rather asking the intelligent question to the child, rather than the forcing the their own instructions on the child. That also you know, is one of the cause of low self esteem. Then there is traumatic life events, household fights, you know, divorce, teenage pregnancy, fights in the household, or a breakup, or, you know, there are multiple events in the life a person if faces can have a traumatic impact on their psyche actually. And this can actually make them, you know, go into low self-esteem mode. Then we say that, you know, we are the sum total of five people or the average of five people of the of the people we spend most our time with. So our environment plays a very, very crucial role in what our thinking and feeling and acting does, how we think and how we behave and how we act. So if we are you know, surrounded mostly with the negative people, they are constantly complaining about, or they are blaming they are blaming others all the time, definitely I am going to have impact on my psyche also. So it is very, very important, you know, that the peer is you know, to have to be positive. Then there is a poor self image. Research says that many researches have been done till now, and all the research says the same thing, that majority of people have a poor self image about themselves. They are not happy with their bodies, and it especially happens when a person goes through puberty, and whatever advertisement and media are making them to believe that, you know, this is the ideal figure, or this is the ideal body, this is the ideal body you should have. And when this does not happen, a child tends to, you know, get into various kind of abuses, or, you know, very, very strict dieting, or unhealthy ways of, and all of this, you know, takes them towards low self esteem. So the self image that they wanted was never achieved, and hence the result is that they feeling low, they start feeling low about themselves. Some people also set realistic unrealistic goals. So I have like I shared earlier, that, you know, when I have when I have set my goals, however I'm not able to achieve it one time, second time, or the third time, so what I do, I'll give up, and or I'll see that I'll think it as it the goal was unrealistic and I am not able to you know, do that, so I would rather give up. The consequence of this as a result is I find myself as a failure. I feel that, you know, I can't do anything, and this is like मेरे बस की नहीं है, मैं नहीं कर ही नहीं सकता मैं ये. Poor bad choices in the past. Some people do that, you know, it happens that I started my own business, I failed, I started my second business, I gained motivation, I started again the same thing, or a different business perhaps, but again I did not succeed for whatever reason. So this would actually take me through deciding, or a self image helps in building a self image about myself, that, you know, I am not able to decide, or whatever ways I am adopting are not good, or I am a bad person, I am a failure. So you know, so these kind of negative statements keeps on going in the person having a low self esteem. So what do we do with that? All of these are the experiences that person has. However, the best part is the events happen. However, what we can change is the memory associated to that event. So we'll look up for the some of the ways that we can adopt to build up on our self-esteem. So here are a few of the ways that I said that accept the negligent parents or authority figures as they are. So it is possible that during my childhood or during my teenage, I have not received the support that I always wanted from my parents or my guardians. But it is always possible for me to accept the reality as it is. Now I know that, okay, I have not received the support from them, but perhaps they would also be having their own challenges, and whatever they have provided to me to be might be to the best of their knowledge and understanding. So I would rather better accept them as they are. And always I can always look out for that support from the external parties. It could be your friends, it could be your family, it could be your relatives, it could be mentor also. That can actually help you give you that support that you are looking for. As I said that we are the average or sum total of the five people we spend most of time with. So the environment is very, very important, that whenever we find that we are spending our time in there are negative people in our surroundings, we should make all the effort to eliminate or stay least connected to such people. If there are very close ones, or maybe your family members could also be doing the same thing to you or to your personality, you cannot eliminate those people from your life, of course, but you can always limit your interactions with them to give your image or your self-esteem a boost. And also you can seek help and support from the counselor, or in case of traumatic events, because the event has already happened. As I said, the event cannot be changed, and the event will not keep repeating again and again. What keeps repeating is the tape that we have inside, and the memory inside our mind that we have, and the effect it has had on us. So what we can change, these traumatic events and the memory associated with it can be changed through seeking the support and guidance and help from others. Believe that help is just a call away. There are people that will always be able to come forward and help you. Exercise, as you all know, that is a very, very important element of each one of our lives, and 30 minutes of daily exercise and meditation will give a boost definitely to your mental and physical body, and it will bring definitely your conscious and subconscious, your physical and mental body into alignment, helping you to boost the image and the self-esteem. Again, positive body image. Doing all these things will also result in the positive body image. And think about your body, you start thinking your body differently. It is not necessary that whatever we are being shown in the advertisement or media is the reality. That is of course not the reality. It is only for the TRPs, and for whatever reasons they do show it, but that's not the reality. So accept the reality and accept the person you are actually in reality, and accept as yourself as you are. Get involved in a bigger purpose. So rather than focusing only on yourself all the time, it also helps if I start focusing on a larger purpose. Maybe you can involve yourself in a community purpose. You can do something for your community, or maybe for a larger audience, that gives you life a purpose, that you are doing something to the other. And as they say, and as our elders have also said, that what you sow, so shall you reap. So it is very important that you do good to others, and in return definitely good is going to come to you. Set realistic achievable goals. When I am setting a goal and I am not able to I'm not able to achieve that goal, it is not that I have failed, it is that the strategy have failed. So you need to accept the fact and disassociate yourself from the from your entire involvement and the strategy piece. So the strategy, if the strategy has failed, definitely can I work on the strategy? Definitely I can work on the strategy. But can you change yourself? You cannot. You can always change the strategy to achieve the same goal. Then the last one is journaling and challenge negative thought patterns. The person having low self-esteem, having each one of us have think different thoughts through the entire day, all the time. Even when we are sleeping, our brain is working consciously, subconsciously, all the time, and thinking different thoughts. Now these thoughts are driving our feelings. The feelings are in addition, and as a result are driving our actions and our behavior. So the negative thought pattern needs to be changed. For that, a person can adopt a journaling attitude. Whatever you are feeling throughout the day, you can just pen it down into a diary and then reflect upon what actually making you feel so, or why you were thinking all those thoughts. All these things I think should be able to help you in multiple ways to boost the self-esteem. And apart from that, walking, jogging, exercise, listening to music, reading books, there are some things you can actually the things that you love for yourself are actually going to help you in the longer run. So love yourself first. Now, as a result of doing this, you would be a happy person, and this is going to be you. Now, when I say that, the person is helping, and how do you identify such and such? So how coaching is actually helpful. So as I said that, our brain is working all the time, and we are thinking various multiple thoughts during the day, during the night, all the time. So, when we think multiple thoughts, these are actually uh, create some feeling within us, and that feeling actually is driving the actions out of us based on our feeling only. The same feeling can have without even doing something. I can actually, my heart may beat faster, or I may break out in a sweat only by merely that feeling only. So how do you, and that feeling again, whether my heart is beating faster, or whether I'm breaking out into a sweat, my action is going to be according to that only. So how do we change that? A coach basically helps a person or the coachee to identify or to challenge the assumptions and belief about himself or herself, their perception, through using through asking intelligent questions, deep diving, active listening, and using various tools and techniques, and brings and helps the coachee to build a strong and positive self-image. So this is how a coaching is helpful for a client, or for a person, to move from limitations to possibilities, from point A to point B, to achieve my goals from, and from a lower state to a higher state. So there are, the benefits are actually numerous. I just can't tell you enough into that. So, and as a result, what do we get if we do that? How much a coaching is actually helpful to each of us? So what we get as a result: move from limitations to possibilities. As I said that, I can, from being a non-achiever, I can actually be an achiever now. I can, from an underconfident person to become a super confident person now. I said increased self-confidence, raise self-esteem. So from the lower, so 3 to 4, I would be rather, on a sitting on a 6 to 7 scale and feeling good about myself. Improved productivity, because I'm moving from limitations to possibilities, and all I can see is possibilities. My self-confidence is risen, my self-esteem has risen. Now, obviously, whatever time I'll be spending on doing the same thing, my productivity and efficiency will be much more higher. Improved relationship, of course, when I am happy within, so I'll be, illuminating, or expressing or spreading the same into the environment. And since the environment also plays a significant role, again that is going to come back to me, and I'll have improved relationship as a result. clarity in thoughts, because as I said that thoughts are driving our feelings and our actions, and what a coach actually does is, helps you change the thought pattern that you have, the negative thought pattern to a positive thought pattern, and from limitations to possibilities, is something that a coach actually helps you achieve that. As a result, the positive attitude comes in, and all of it makes you a holistic person, a happy person, spreading joy, relaxed, various emotions. You'd be feeling the same. You would again be facing the situations and challenges. However, the perception and the way of looking at things will be changed. The way you will be responding to them will actually change in this context. So, as Ralph Waldo Emerson says, to be yourself in a world where everyone is trying to make you something else is your greatest accomplishment. So, be yourself. My mantra is, be yourself, whatever and whoever, however you are, accept yourself as you are, and life will be a joy. Life is a joy actually. So, spread that joy and accept yourself as you are. Adopt these ways to overcome. In case anybody, any close ones of yours is also facing the same thing, you can always give them these suggestions, and which will anyway be helpful. And in case there are some issues, a coach will definitely will be able to help you and guide you with these things and addressing all these challenges, moving from limitations to possibilities. So that is all from you now, and I hope everybody is supercharged right now. So I just want to hear from Prosperity now.
Thank you so much, Mansi. I'm sure everyone is supercharged. It was a great presentation, and the closing itself was actually summed it all up. To be yourself in the world where everyone is trying to make you something else is actually the greatest accomplishment. Being yourself actually raises your self-esteem, and that's just accepting yourself completely as you are. You made such wonderful points through the presentations, like the causes of low self-esteem and how to build on your self-esteem. And one of the main things when you said how to build on your self-esteem is like, you don't surround yourself with negative people, just surround yourself with positive people, which becomes very, very important, because negative people just pull you down. They're always just saying this is wrong, and and most importantly, how media is absolutely exploiting our own self-esteem for their own gains, for the money that they are making. So it becomes very important among a lot of other things that you said, right?
True.
So a lot of comments from people, great insight. Thank you for the nice presentation, very nice. Some comment on the CBT, model that you put up.
Yeah.
Questions that anyone has, it will be a right time to ask those questions.
Sure.
So the first question comes from Anju. What tools could be useful for a good mind frame to do this?
Mind frame as in?
Anju, could you elaborate more? Do you have any tools that, Mansi, do you have any tools that you can recommend anyone on how to?
So as I said, journaling is one it's a very simple yet very powerful tool that actually helps anybody. You just try it for a few days and you see the result. I can guarantee you on that.
Which particular tool are you talking about?
Journaling.
Journaling.
Yeah.
Write every day in the evening, probably.
Yeah.
How your day has gone by.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Thank you so much. So, okay, so there's just comment from Subhash. I'll read it out for you. This CBT framework shows that we are merely driven by utilizing our superior intelligence and intellect. We can drive rather than being driven, intellect ruling the emotions and ego. Mind will help in this, and the real meditation can help in that direction. So anything that you have to say about this?
I totally agree that meditation and relaxation in any form definitely helps you introspect and look at what exactly is going on within you. So that will basically definitely I totally agree with what the participant has to say.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. So over to you, Siri. I
Yeah, I
think
think,
her
yeah, it was
presentation is very clear. So no.
absolutely. I think her presentation was very clear. Thank you, Mansi. It was a very wonderful
Most
presentation, very
welcome.
clear, and I think very, very understood, very easy to understand things. So that's why probably nobody has questions. So it's wonderful. Just to add a little bit about, self-esteem. It's for me, when I talk about self-esteem, is about creating your own self-image. And if you can really hold your own self-image in your mind, and things will happen around you, right? It's not that they will not. People are different, you are different. So if you do not take those things personally and you put yourself a step back and then take those things that they are, people are talking of, if somebody's not talking good to you or somebody's commenting or it's a critic comment what you have, then probably it's not about you, but it's about that particular situation, what has happened around it. So if you can do that and keep aside your own self image and self esteem at a highest pedestal, and then look at things from that perspective that everything is going to happen and how you can deal with it. And if you can do that, probably you can always be supercharged in your self esteem and never let things be taken personally. And even if somebody is saying something, it's about them, it's about their mental, emotional states, what they are saying. It's not about basically you until unless you're really going forward and taking a feedback and you're very open for it. And if you're really open for it, then probably you're at the highest self-esteem if you can take your own feedback and kind of take it ahead. So very, very well done, Mansi. Thank you
Thank
so
you so
much.
much. Yeah, just to
And
add to what you said, definitely, as I said that, people have their own challenges, they have their own lives, they are also dealing with their own challenges which we are not aware of. So it is
absolutely,
always better for us to, to disassociate yourself from that feeling and, take a step back, as you said, and, look at the situation from the third party perspective.
absolutely. And also one thing which you said, which is very correct, we can always seek help. So we have all
Yes.
those beautiful inner more shift coaches all over around us, and we can definitely seek help from any one of them. And if something is not happening right way in your life and you want some internal help, so we can definitely, you can call any one of our coaches. They are very well trained and they are doing very well in helping people to, live up to the fullest expectations of their lives. So thank you, everyone. Very beautiful presentation.
Rishi has raised his hand. I think he has a question or something to say.
Okay. So I don't know who's Rishi. So let's see. Prosperity, do you check? Can you check for Rishi? Thank you, Vasis, for a very nice session. Rishi Parak.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank
Okay.
you so much. Thank you everyone
Thank you,
for
everybody.
attending
So
the
please
session.
keep looking forward for these webinars. And as always, please also keep posting it on your social media so that we get more and more people and, to hear this out so that we can at least change a little bit. Even if one thought can help somebody in their life, I think it's a great job what we are doing. Thank you so much, Prosperity, for putting it all together, always there as a part of our team. Thank you so much for today. Bye.
Everyone keep dazzling. Bye bye. Stop share.